Hey YouTube world, Rachel here, checking in. I am sitting here, changed my room around, which was pretty cool, but I'm watching YouTube right now. It's on some kind of commercial. Turn it down. Changed my room around though. I moved my outer closet. I need to reorganize it and changed things around in the room so that I'm like in this crevice here and then the hallway's over there. I feel like I've got a lot more space, which is pretty neat. Just chilling out. Got a couple days before I have more assignments. I think I'm about a quarter way through this semester. Definitely have to work on all that political science stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I've uploaded before about wanting to be Tana Mojo's new best friend, I haven't seen anything lately besides her and Harry Jowsey. I'm gonna look her up right now. Tana Mojo. Let's see what's new with her. Yep, not for 3 weeks. Seems like that's kind of a trend right now with YouTube. A bunch of people aren't really doing much. Yeah, shout out. Still want to be your best friend. A little busy with my school semester, but that's about it. And yeah, totally willing to move to LA. Totally willing to move to LA. Thinking about like what to do with my college education, and it's also time for me to apply to a full university. I've been going to the community college here in San Francisco. It's called the City of San Francisco College. I get a scholarship and some grant money. I think FAFSA gives me some money for having been in the military. But anywho, I've gotten so many credits so far that it's time for me to transfer. I've looked at schools in the LA area before. I think Laurel Marymount was my top choice for the different schools that were there, but that was back when I wanted to go to a Jesuit school, back before I joined the military. Anyways, I think I'm gonna look into some more universities there, even though I have an amazing apartment with like a great deal. Again, my beautiful apartment. It's good size. It's a studio, but it's got a long hall, so it's like a 1-bedroom. Because of being in the military, I have a government stipend for it, so I get a great prorated rate on my apartment, which doesn't get me to like want to move anywhere or anything, but I definitely like see myself heading towards this industry because of everything that I'm studying, and I definitely still want to go to law school and all that. That was my intent when starting my studies, but one of the things that I can do with my major is things like social media management. And I got really interested in TikTok over the summer because of all the things that was being said over it through the news, that the government was considering shutting it down and like blocking it, and it was a big issue. So I got into it and I started doing it. I even put up a Triller the other day, or it was either a Triller or a TikTok, but I got like 30K views on it, which isn't like huge, but I doubled my followers. And you know, if I have another one like that, who knows, all of a sudden I might have like 1 million followers, which would potentially put me into like the realm of the people that are there in LA, like living in the Triller house and all that. It's not that I see that happening tomorrow, and it's not like I totally fit in, but I like watching all of them. They're really cool. I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit older than they are. Like I like watching Tana Mojo and like all her friends and stuff. The age variance. I think there's certain groups like the Triller House. They definitely have different ages as well. I don't know. I guess it's just Sway in particular. Even though I love watching Sway. They're so much fun. It reminds me of like all my guy friends like having a party or like planning a prank or something like that. Say there's a substitute in class and they wanted to like pull a prank on the substitute or something. It reminds me of all those guys like hanging out and playing beer pong, and I don't know, like something I would do on a Sunday, or like I'm hanging out with all my girls and like what's someone's boyfriend doing? Oh, they're over there playing beer pong. I don't know. I just like watching their show. It's kind of like, it's kind of cute. It's just, it doesn't really make me think of my today. It makes me think of my yesterday. But yeah, just that's all I really got going on right now. I can't wait for COVID to be over, so that like more life is happening. I actually saw more human life out in my neighborhood earlier when I was walking my dog. There was more people out and about, but usually it's like a ghost town everywhere. I really want to go shopping too. That's something I've wanted to do for a while. Like, it's really nice just like getting online and like ordering stuff and then it's showing up. It's almost like Christmas because you're opening up your packages, right? And you got like brand new clothes. But I also really miss like getting ready and going shopping and like the whole experience of like trying things on and then like having somewhere to go, looking forward to somewhere to wear it. Like, I bought so many hoodies in the past year. So many hoodies, so many sweatpants. Like, there was no, I got a lot of yoga clothes, but I don't even want to put them on unless I'm going to do some yoga. It's like, we just live in our sweats now. There's really nothing else to do besides just like put on a clean pair of sweats, right? Like, nowhere to go, nothing to do. That's about it. I guess I could like do a story time. That's something that Tana did when she got started on YouTube. She did a bunch of story times and became more famous. Got some clout from Jake Paul getting married. Doing all her other stuff. I think, yeah, like her porn thing. I don't know how she ended up getting started, but I know she did like a tour, TanaCon. I don't know. I keep finding people on YouTube and TikTok and Triller and being like, oh my gosh. Because their lives, they're so outrageous. Like, they're total characters, but it's real. And a bunch of them, especially the TikTok ones, like, they got pulled from school. And I heard the same thing about the Viners. Like, the Dolan twins were talking about what happened. They started doing Vines when they were like 10, and then they couldn't even get through high school because of all the haters and harassment. Like, they couldn't get through the halls or something. I don't remember their exact details, but it just makes me feel terrible to see certain child stars that like got like sucked into it. It's something that I wanted to do when I was little, and I tried. I did a catalog, and I did a commercial, and I've gone to agencies before. Like, I've done things to like get involved, and I guess it's something that I've always had like an ear to, you know what I mean? Like, it's always been something I've been interested in, so I pay attention to it. And there's terrible stories like Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney Spears' little sister. There's a story that she was like 12 and somebody who was like 40 is who got her pregnant. And it's something like he's the director of the show, and it's a huge scandal. And I don't really believe it. I don't believe that would happen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that it would be allowed to take place. Like, I don't know. I'm just, that's that thing that gets me to be like, law school, right? You know? Whew. It definitely gets me like care too while I'm watching these people. It's like, what are they really going through? Like, there's so much more to like entertaining people. And even I have issues with that. Like, through the years, I've attracted certain people, even working in like in makeup. There's something where when you entertain other people, when they enjoy your like charisma, they're drawn to you. And some people are really good about that, and it's wonderful, and there's loving experiences, and people really enjoy each other. And then there's times when like people become obsessed in a strange way, and they do things like stalk or manipulate situations so that they're forceful. Some people are very forceful with like getting close to one another. And, it's got to be like something that's natural and nurtured and not like, I don't know, not so forced. It's very strange. Yeah. I don't know, but I look back like, oh, if I had been a child star, I'd be like a huge star these days, right? Like a young Shirley Temple grown old. That would have been like a dream come true, but it's not what happened. But back to like all these people, even like right now I'm looking at, this list of different things that I have here. I've got a Logan Paul and a Jake Paul on Impulsive thing, and some Kardashians and Meghan Markle, like the videos that I'm looking to watch soon. And like somebody like Jake Paul really gets my attention because he was on Disney, And he's still doing all these things, right? Like, not all the stars in Hollywood do things like the TikToks and the Trillers and the YouTubes. Some of them just do their roles. They just play their role, they make their money, they do their thing, they live there. Then there's the other people that get more involved, and it's like they're trying to do more in the industry, or they're trying to make an impact in society. And somebody like Jake Paul, who was a Viner, which is kind of like today's TikTok, and then Disney, he's definitely like a YouTuber. Like, he's big on YouTube, and he does these TikToks and he does these trailers, and he's a boxer. He does all kinds of stuff. He's like crazy busy, and he's probably one of the most successful child star stories that I've come across. And he's still very young. He's still very young. But like the videos that I put up before, where I've been concerned about their cancel culture and stuff like that, I'm grateful to find that a lot of them like are taking their money and they're buying homes with it, and they're doing things that are responsible. But I don't know. I just look at them and like, I don't know. It's like I want to be a stage mom or something. Like I just want to take care of them and make sure they're okay. So I don't know. I'm sure they are. They don't need me, but it does give me like the right kind of motivation in my studies of like what I want to care about. Even when getting into law school, like what exactly am I studying for law? Some people get into things like, in particular, they're a defense attorney, or their goals are to be the DA or on the Supreme Court, and one day be in Washington and do things with Congress and pass bills and such. I would say that's a long-term goal, because like that's the thing to reach for, right? Like that's the ultimate of that career, is to be something like a Supreme Court judge and to run for president. That's the goal in a political field. So of course that's the goal. Of course that's the goal. But here, still studying, thinking about, all this stuff that's been interesting me lately, I can't help but think about like the kind of law that I want to study, because of like where my mind and my heart is in certain things, like the stuff that actually gets me going, like what lights my fire, if you might want to say, is more of like the underlying injustice. It's another thing that I think about in like the law world, is sometimes there's truly no justice. Like there's no way of making something okay, like how people are against the death penalty or they're against gun control, and there's really like there's no way of appeasing everybody, and like death is not the solution, but people think of it as like paying the ultimate price for something. But like my thoughts are that I would prefer to do something where I'm actually going to be changing laws. I think that there's a lot more freedom that we can achieve in America, and for some reason we're choosing to restrict ourselves and others. I've also heard a lot of things like laws are only in place so that they can be enforced when we want to enforce them. I've also gone through things where the police can do whatever they want because they're the police. There's truly no great justice to have found through things like through the death penalty and like people being against guns. Like, I'm behind the NRA, and like there's people that are so against it. The only thing I would want to say to them is, do you want our guns to be in another country? Because we can't exactly like melt them down and put them back in the earth. So they're here, and if we don't keep them and keep them safe and keep ourselves educated and keep ourselves safe, what else is there? Like, if all our guns are in another country, then we're really not safe. I don't know. Get a safe is all I gotta tell you. Get a safe. Get a lock. Get a vault. Get ready to to load it up with all kinds of things that you need locked up so that you can be more secured. That's all I got to say about that subject matter. Anyways, I think I'm gonna get back to watching my YouTube and upload this for all y'all to watch. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what you guys want to see or talk about or whatever. See you guys later. Bye.